Hello, Linda here from Linda Active and Little Mini Basking in the Sunshine. Jamie, it is your workout today. You wanted a walking style workout with some higher energy intervals thrown in. So we're going to get straight onto it. 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. I'll always show you the next exercise during the 10 seconds. Anytime you don't like what I'm doing, go back to marching in place, doing side steps, or any of the exercises we previously did that you did gel with. We're going to do 10 rounds and then 4 rounds of 30 seconds where we're going to ramp it up, then 10 more rounds, 4 more rounds of 30 seconds, and then we're going to finish with a short cool down. Deal? We're going to try and go all the way through for 30 minutes, but anytime you need to, just press pause. So, starting with a side step, side step, side step. So I'm going to really use my arms, row behind, keeping my tummy pulled in, stepping side to side with soft knees. And of course, if you want to go slower than me at any point, you definitely can. I'm for the most part going to be keeping to the beat of the music. And anytime you want to make it a little bit more dancey, just put some hips into it. Move up and down, make it your own workout. You can even be moving around the room. If you've got some space around you, move around the room, have fun with it. We're going to be chatting today about the importance of maintaining muscle, especially as we get older, and also some simple things. Let's go tap in, tap back, tap forward, tap back. So I really want you to put your weight in the front heel so that you're pushing through that heel and activating the glute. Forward and back. Nice big arm motions. So the importance of building muscle, or at least maintaining muscle as we age, because unfortunately it is something that deteriorates with time. Also the importance of eating enough protein so that you fuel the muscle that you're trying to gain, and the relationship between muscle mass, lots of steady state cardio, being in a calorie deficit a lot of the time, and belly fat. So lots of topics that we can touch on today. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail with those topics because we don't have a huge amount of time. But there are lots of other walk and talks that I have created in my Barlates walking playlist. And whenever you see walk and talk in the title or active chat in the title, you know we're just on the other side doing the same thing. You know it means me yapping on about something I've learned or something that has been helping me recently that I want to share with you. So, I heard some interesting statistics lately that we lose 4 to 6 pounds of muscle every decade after we reach the age of 30. That is crazy. So if you were never to do any exercise, basically you would just become that frail old grandmother that is gonna basically snap in half. Let's do butt kick. So row behind again and kick your butt. That's gonna snap in half if she falls over. We've all seen those old ladies that are so rail thin and they look like they've just literally got skin on bones. Or it may not be as visible to the naked eye. It may be an old lady that has a lot of padding, a lot of cushioning, and you don't realize that there's not any muscle really, but it's all fat, right? And that can be even worse because there's not just no muscle, but if that person was to fall, then all of that extra weight puts so much more strain on their bones, right? So it's actually, either of those scenarios is grim. So realistically, the only scenario that we should be looking for here at Linda Active and at Barlates, let's go 1, 2, 3 and tap, 1, 2, 3 and tap, is a scenario where we do not lose all of that muscle in the first place, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people go for a high cardio exercise routine, thinking that is the best way to lose fat. And yes, you can lose fat with cardio for sure, but the problem with high cardio exercise routines that do not incorporate any type of strength training is that your body is designed to adapt to what you're doing, right? And the way I heard it described, which really hit home to me, is look at the difference in physique between a long distance runner. Let's do knees next, just side to side. A long distance runner or marathon runner is generally really slim. They do not look like they have a lot of muscle. Pull your arms down, tummies in. And then you compare them to a short distance, say 100-meter sprinter. And even though, yes, they're both runners, the sprinter is generally a lot more muscular. They've got massive legs, really good muscle tone. And that's because sprinting, or putting that really high stress for a short period of time, is almost similar to strength training in that it signals to your body that it needs to be stronger in order to endure that amount of stress. Whereas the marathon runner, it's all about endurance. So your body is thinking, how can I make this person the most efficient? And one of the ways that it can make the person more efficient at running long distances is not carrying as much weight, right? Not carrying as much bulk. Let's row in front with our arms and heel taps. So when you are running long distances or doing cardio a lot, every single day maybe, or every other day, you're signaling to your body, adapt, become more efficient. This person is doing very high calorie burning workouts, number one, because cardio burns the most amount of calories. It burns a lot more calories than weight training or resistance training of any kind. So your body wants to slow down the metabolic rate in order to preserve energy. That's just how we are biologically designed to be, right? So if you're constantly doing cardio, you're thinking, I'm eating so little, I'm doing all this cardio, but my body is not changing at all. Let's go 2 steps across, nice and wide. This is actually quite a fast beat. So if you get down low and really use your arms, you're gonna feel your heart rate shoot up. So yeah, if you find you're not getting anywhere with your workouts, your body isn't really changing, and you're finding that the last few pounds that you've been wanting to lose for such a long time is just not coming off, or maybe you're even increasing in fat, maybe you're gaining more fat around your midsection, and your predominant workouts are cardio, guess what? Your body is so smart, it has adapted to what you're doing. And no matter how much more cardio you do, and no matter how little you eat, your body can keep adapting. And I hate to use this analogy, but to really drive it home, let's go knee, step, step, knee, other side. To really drive it home, I always think about the fact that there are people in countries that do not have enough food, right? They literally are starving. They don't get decent meals every day. Sometimes they have to go without food. And yet they are still able to have children, produce milk, which to me has always been like, my goodness, our bodies can adapt to whatever we're doing in the most extreme cases. So if you are one of those people that is doing a lot of steady state cardio, burning a lot of calories on your Fitbit, heaps, you know, thousands of calories per week, eating hardly anything, and you're wondering, why am I not losing weight? Why can I not shift these last 5 or 10 pounds of fat? I've got news for you. It's not the way. Unfortunately, it's not the way, or maybe fortunately. We have been trained, we're going to do a side step and a knee. We have been trained to believe that the more cardio you do and the less you eat, that's how you lose weight or lose fat. But that is definitely not the case. Of course, a calorie deficit will help you to lose fat up to a certain degree, but it's going to slow down your metabolism so much that you're going to hit a plateau. Let's go to the other side, because after this round, we actually have 4 30-second rounds of higher energy. Now, I will show you modifications so you don't have to do any impact if you don't want to. But if your name is Jamie, because you asked for it, you are going to be doing the impact with me. And we're going to keep it simple, don't worry. So deep breath, we're just doing jumping jacks, people. Jumping jacks. Now, if you don't want impact, this is your option. Only 30 seconds, are you ready? Come with me, land with soft knees. Land with your heels and get those arms up. Breathe. Now, while we're doing these 4 30-second intervals, I don't think I'm going to be talking to you much about the topic at hand because I'm going to be sucking air, people. And having said that, HIIT training over steady state training, like I said with the guy, okay, knees side to side with a hop. Can you hop? Or you're here again like we did before. If you're hopping, pull those arms down. So HIIT training, like that sprinter versus the marathon runner, is actually a way you can signal to your body to get stronger. Okay, it may seem like just cardio, but if you really go for it as much as you possibly can, heart rate up, muscles burning, you're signaling to your body to get stronger. We are going to do a butt kick with a jump. So down into a squat, jump, kick your butt. Don't worry about the beat. I just want you to go hard. And of course, this is your option. Jamie, come on. Kick your butt, low and high. Pushing those arms back. Okay, high knees for the last 30-second interval. Then we're going back to 50-10. Suck air. March in place if you don't want to do high knees. Come on. If you don't like high knees, you can do butt kicks. So you kick your butt, lean forward more. Come on, you got this. It's good for your heart. Just spike that heart rate every now and then. Come on. Okay. So we're going to go back to 50 seconds. Step, step, and then singles. So go double, single, single, double, single, single. If the arms are annoying, just do whatever you want with the arms. Maybe you're doing running arms across. Let your heart rate down. That went high for me. I don't do a lot of HIIT training. I don't do a lot of cardio really. I do a bit of zone 2. So I do a bit of, obviously I walk every day, but in terms of my personal sessions, I don't really do much cardio at all. I prefer, if anything, cardio sculpt, where I am doing some form of strength exercise, but with a higher rep to give me the cardio factor. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Even though I don't like that saying. Breathe. Okay, we're going to come into a bit of a core oblique move. So we're gonna come up with that knee and then straight leg. The weight is in the heel of your supporting leg. So when it comes to building muscle or burning fat, but not kind of getting caught in that vicious cycle of more cardio or more calorie burn and eating less, the only way to do it is to increase your muscle mass, which may be scary for some people because they may be thinking, oh no, it's going to look more on the scales. But you got to remember that muscle takes up less space on your body than fat. So even though your scales might be saying you've gone up a little bit as you build muscle, your clothes are going to feel looser and your actual overall dimensions or measurements are going to shrink. Other side. So it does kind of take a little bit of a psychological shift to go, okay, I don't need to burn maximum amount of calories with every workout. In fact, some of the workouts that we do at Barlates and Linda Active burn very few calories. They focus on the burn, they focus on the squeeze, they focus on the muscle contraction in order to signal to your body that your muscles need to get stronger, but they don't necessarily make you huff and puff. This workout is an exception because Jamie requested it, but they don't necessarily make you huff and puff and sweat and burn a ton of calories. So personally, I have found that I do not need to do cardio to lose fat, and it's a known thing. Everyone knows this in the biology world. 1, 2, 3, step, step. Other side. 1, 2, 3, step, step. So you got to trust the process is what I'm trying to say. But don't take my word for it. Look into it for yourself. And if you want any suggestions of podcasts that I have watched that have been very helpful, I can definitely link you in the comments. So don't be afraid to ask. I listen to podcasts most mornings about all different topics, and that's where I get the information to share with you. And what I do is I listen to multiple experts on each topic before I share it, so that I get a summary of what the majority of experts from all different fields agree upon. We're going to go tap, tap, inner foot or inner heel, tap, tap. Bend towards it, engage your core. So in order to build muscle and get the fat burning benefits, you need to eat enough protein. People, protein is your friend, and I don't think it needs to be excessive. What I have heard is 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. So say your ideal body weight is 150 pounds. It's hard for me because I work in metric, which is so bizarre because it's kind of saying pounds and then it's saying grams. Then it's 150 grams of protein, and protein means assimilated protein. It doesn't mean the weight of the actual food, okay? So if you have a steak that weighs 250 grams, that may only be 50, 60, 70 grams of protein that your body absorbs. Go 1, 2. Can you go grapevine? 1 and 2, step behind step. 1 and 2, step behind step. If you don't like it, step and step. 1 and 2, step and step. Come on. Step behind step. I'm speeding it up a bit because that little stop was putting me off. There we go. That's much better. It flows much nicer. So yeah, eating enough protein is the only way that you're actually going to be able to build muscle, because it's actually pretty hard, guys, to build muscle. It's not easy. Even if you are doing traditional weight training with heavy weights, as women, it's super difficult to build muscle. We're going to go up, side with our hands, and forward, side with our legs. Switching sides, forward, side, forward, side. If the arms put you off, do what you need to keep going. Soft knees. So eating enough protein is definitely the most important thing. in order to create muscle. And then once you have muscle, your metabolism, more muscle, your metabolism will increase. You're going to become hormonally, you're going to find your hormones balance more readily. You're going to have so many benefits from gaining muscle that you never would get if you were just to do cardio for the rest of your life and keep losing muscle every decade, right? It's scary how much you can lose. We're going to go forward and side, step, 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 step. I'm lifting this leg, step and step, step and step. It's like crossing over and crossing wide. So focus on that. And also the hormone side of things is definitely a massive contributor. Imbalance of hormones is a massive contributor to belly fat, right? Because if your hormones are out of whack, then most of your hormones will be out of whack. One influences the next. So if you have high cortisol, for example, or low testosterone even, low estrogen, then the other ones will be out of balance. And as your cortisol goes up, guess what? Your blood sugar increases, insulin enters the picture to get the blood sugar and put it into your muscles, which you don't have enough of, forward and back. So the more muscle you have, the more sensitive your body will be to insulin, the more places your body will have to deposit that insulin rather than turning it into fat, and to deposit the blood glucose, which the insulin transports. I know it sounds technical, people, but it all plays a part, okay? So go to my Barlates channel, check out the belly walk off belly fat series, listen to all of those walking workouts, and it explains it in layman's terms, what I mean about the relationship between cortisol, stress, and belly fat, and hormone imbalance and belly fat. Okay, are you ready? Let's go back to jumping jacks. Out and out, out and out. Come on, now your body is nice and warm. You can do this. Breathe through it and jump. So yeah, basically what I was trying to say is everything's interrelated, and by reducing stress, by increasing your muscle mass, and by eating enough protein, you're going to be on your way. It's not the secret formula, but it's part of the formula, people. Okay, so side to side, knees up. So if you don't want to do this, then just go back to this. But I'm jumping and knee up. Jumping and knee up. Come on, Jamie. We got this. Little jump side to side. Big arms. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to those butt kicks. Do you remember the butt kicks? But with a jump. Heart rate is super high. Ready? Soft knees. Jump and kick your butt. Row behind with those arms. A good place to start is with a hormone panel. Go to your GP and ask to get your blood work done and see how your hormones are going. Especially as you're getting older, even as you hit your mid-30s, your hormones start to change quite a bit, especially estrogen, progesterone. There's many symptoms that will tell you, we're going high knees, but that is the best place to start. And if you're a candidate, perhaps supplementing estrogen, testosterone, progesterone can help you out. It might literally be a tiny addition of a hormone you're lacking that can balance out your entire hormone panel, your hormone system, your androgen system. I'm not an expert, by the way. I'm just telling you what I found for me, because I'm on supplementation for estrogen and progesterone. We are letting the heart rate down just 2 steps across. We've got 2 rounds 50-10 and we're done. So I found that just the smallest amount of progesterone and estrogen has helped me phenomenally in terms of any type of or perimenopausal symptoms, like not being able to sleep properly, hot flashes, also irregular periods. If you're at that time of your life where you're starting to find your periods are not regular, that can help. There's so many things it can help. Hair loss, skin crepiness, so many. So we're going to go back to this, but we're going to do an across arm and we're going to bend low and really push that heel across. Last exercise, let's finish strong together. And I hope what I mentioned was informative. I know it was quick, so I didn't go into a huge amount of detail, and perhaps some of the things I said are completely new to you. So that's why I said in the comments to ask for clarification, ask me questions. I totally love engaging with you guys and sharing what has helped me. And everyone is unique and different, so what works for one may not work for another, but at least it'll get you thinking. That's all I'm wanting to do, to get you guys thinking about improving your health in every way. Not settling for where you're at. If you're not feeling great, there's a reason behind it, and you can improve. You can keep progressing. You don't have to reverse, you don't have to age in reverse or anything like that. Literally just find out what's going on with you as an individual, find what works for you so that you can thrive as you go into the future. And that is all we have. If you want to stretch, use one of the stretches on the YouTube channel. There's a 10-minute full body stretch there. Otherwise, move on to another toning workout perhaps, or a strength training workout, now that we've talked about that. And I will be back again very soon with another custom bio workout. And Jamie, thank you so much for the suggestion. Love doing these sort of zone 2 cardios. I'm not saying don't do cardio. I'm just saying do your strength training too. Okay? Thanks so much, guys. Bye for now.